Alright you guys, we are doing an unboxing of the Rixen Hydronic Heating System. This is a gas version, and it's going to allow hot water as well as hot air for the new camper I got. Check it out. Alright, well, for those of you that are new to the channel, this is our new rig. It's an EarthCruiser CORE chassis on an Isuzu NPR and Total Composite camper box, and we are getting this thing dialed. So anyways, I wanted to talk today about the hydronic heating system we're going to be going with. It's made by Rixen. It's anyways, yeah, let's just get to all the components here. It's based off of an S-bar hydronic heater. This is the S3. This unit here will be mounted outside. Here's your fuel intake, your exhaust and air intake for the combustion. And then this is your hydronic line connections. These are what will actually run inside the camper and circulate, providing heat wherever you need it. They do recommend that this is mounted externally, unlike, the air type heaters. And I'll show you here in a bit where I'm going to be mounting it on this truck. Fortunately, there's tons of space on this rig. Next up, we have the Coolant Reservoir. This is just a mini kind of radiator reservoir. I think it's, I forget how many gallons it is, but a couple gallons or so. This here is the 120 volt heating element component. So in addition to keeping the system going via the gas burner, you also have the option to heat off of 120 shore power. And that's what this gray component is. Here we have the fuel pump. And there's some particular angle that this has to be mounted at for it to work properly. We'll get to that once we install that. It also comes with a bunch of fuel line and some additional fittings I just left off the table to not get too cluttered. We have a fresh air intake for the furnace, and then this is the hot air exhaust for the furnace. So these will both be routed outside along the furnace, and then this is a muffler that attaches in line to the exhaust just to quiet things down a little bit. This is the Rixen's kind of custom-made circulating pump for the system. They do their own just because it's a bit quieter and they have some better luck with it, so that's what this device is, and it comes with the mounting brackets to attach that. So that will just go in line with the coolant somewhere to keep things flowing. It comes with a bracket to mount the furnace like so. So this bracket will get mounted to the rig, and then that'll attach like that. They also include a few 90-degree elbows of the coolant hose. The rest of the coolant hose you just have to get on your own. There's an assortment of fittings and some pipe clamps. Okay, now as far as how this works, so we're going to be circulating heated fluid through the heater, through this reservoir, and then through the lines throughout the camper. And then that heated radiator fluid is going to travel through this device here. This is the actual heat plate exchanger for the hot water. So the hot radiator fluid will come through here, the other ports will circulate water, and the heat will be transferred between the two. So that's how you get your water. They also include this anti-scalding valve. So basically what this does is you basically set a temperature on it, and that will connect in line with this, so that if you're taking a shower or using the hot water, if it gets a push of some hot fluid for whatever reason, it's not going to get that water real hot. It'll be regulated by this device, which just keeps it at a safe temperature. Next up, we have the forced air component. So what this deal has is, again, hot radiator fluid, antifreeze will be circulating through here. Inside of there, you can see it just looks like a typical radiator, and on the back is a fan, and then you've got some vents and hosing. So that will be the forced air component. Let's see, next up we have, this is just basically the brains, the control box for the whole system. Everything plugs into here and communicates that way. This is the thermostat. This will sit on the wall somewhere and is connected by a phone type cable here. Next we have the main wiring harness. So you do need to keep in mind you only have so much length to work with on this. So this wiring harness needs to connect to the furnace as well as this component here. So it's important that you know, just keep that in mind in terms of spacing out your wiring. The actual thermostat is connected with this cable set, so you have some extra room in terms of if you need to mount this further away. Alright, well that's it. Let's get to installing it, and I'll show you the setup we're going to be going with.